The effects of social media on mental health. A review. In 2019, researchers from the University of Melbourne published an article titled The Effects of Social Media on Mental Health. In the peer-reviewed journal, Current Opinion in Psychology, their goal was to provide a comprehensive review of current research on the effects of social media on mental health. This is an important topic because social media is increasingly becoming a part of our daily lives, and it is important to understand its impact on our mental health. The study aimed to analyze the effects of social media on mental health. Social media was defined as any platform that allows the user to interact with each other, share content, and create profiles. Mental health was defined as a state of well-being in which an individual can realize their potential, cope with mental stresses of life, work productively, and contribute to their community. This means that the researchers looked at existing studies on the topic and analyzed their findings, rather than having actual participants. They found a correlation between social media use and poor mental health outcomes such as depression, anxiety, and loneliness. However, the causal relationship is unclear and more research is needed to establish whether social media use directly causes poor mental health or whether people with poor mental health are more likely to use social media. This is an important finding because it suggests that social media use may be a risk factor for poor mental health outcomes, but more research is needed to establish a causal relationship. The study relates to the psychological concept of mental health, which is the study of emotional, behavioral, and cognitive well-being of individuals. The study's findings highlight the potential negative impact of social media on mental health. It's important to study mental health because it's a fundamental aspect of our well-being, and poor mental health can have serious consequences for individuals and society as a whole. Looking at it from a broader psychological perspective that relates to the concept of mental health is the biosocial perspective, which recognizes the complex relationship between biological, psychological, and social factors in determining mental health outcomes. This perspective is important because it highlights the importance of considering multiple factors when studying mental health and how it can impact physical health. In the case of social media and mental health, the biosocial perspective suggests that we need to consider biological, psychological, and social factors when studying the relationship between social media and mental health outcomes. Future research should aim to establish a causal relationship between social media use and poor mental health outcomes. They could track participant social media use and mental health over time, allowing researchers to establish whether social media use precedes or follows mental health outcomes. This is important because it would help us better understand the relationship between social media use and mental health outcomes, and can perform interventions to reduce negative impact of social media on mental health. I referenced the study from Loneliness Over Time, the Crucial Role of Social Anxiety from Journal of Abnormal Psychology,